Good morning, Insight PA graduates, families, friends, administration, and staff. We are honored to be here today to celebrate our graduating class of 2021. Could each of you please rise for our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. You may be seated. It is my honor to welcome our high school principal, Mr. Beryl Cohen, to the podium to welcome our class of 2021.
All right, good morning, everybody. I don't think we're in the afternoon yet. Welcome, Insight PA, class of 2021. Couldn't have asked for a more gorgeous day today. I want to welcome all of our seniors, our staff, as well as our families that are joining us here today, Clipper Magazine Stadium. Also want to welcome all of us joining us live at home through our live stream. This is the first ever live in-person graduation for Insight PA Cyber Charter School. Class of 2021, give it up for yourselves one time for being the first class of graduates to come together. Last year, we graduated our first ever class of seniors. Sadly, they were deprived of a live graduation ceremony due to the coronavirus. This was just one of many challenges and sacrifices made in adjusting to life during the pandemic over the past 15 months. The past year has brought challenges unprecedented in all of our lifetimes. As we gather here in early June, we see we are starting to emerge, hopefully for the good, from the long months since our society was too severely impacted. And what a wonderful feeling it is. Let's give a clap for that. I want to give a thanks to all of our essential workers and frontline workers who have helped us through the past year. We could give a round of applause for that as well. Class of 2021, today is a culmination of every moment leading up until today. All of the work you've put in, all of the stress, all of the hours, all of the grit that it took to get here. Every family member, a member of your support network who gave you a word of encouragement when you needed it, or gave you a chance to just take a break and laugh and enjoy what makes you happy in life. Every teacher who pushed you, whose class you might have loved or you might have dreaded, all of these things have contributed to the success you find yourself celebrating today. So I want to get our ceremony started today with a series of shout-outs to recognize and celebrate everything that has brought us to this momentous day. First of all, shout out class of 2021. Everyone, please give these inspiring young students a resounding round of applause and give yourself some love too. That's not enough for these kiddos. Let's give it up one more time. Come on, let's get loud, let's get loud, let's get loud. Next, students and staff, I please ask you to turn your attention to the stands, filled with family members, friends, loved ones of the class of 2021. They've traveled a long way, and none of you seniors could have done it without them. Seniors, give your family a whole lot of love that's out there in the stands for us. And now I'd like to also turn our attention to the field behind the mound. Students, you know, these teachers grinded out all year, planning lessons, grading assignments, holding office hours, working tirelessly to deliver your education and help get you here today. I'm going to ask all of our staff down on the field, please take a moment and stand so you can be recognized. And everybody, give our staff a huge round of applause. Give your teachers a huge round of applause. You guys can sit down. Thank you all. Thank you for helping us recognize the collective efforts of everyone here that has brought us together today. Class of 21, today is your day. And on behalf of everyone at Insight PA, I want to express genuinely how proud we are of each one of you. Congratulations, and we wish you nothing but success moving forward as you go to find your way in the world after high school. Next in our ceremony today, we have some lovely words written and recited by one of our graduating seniors. And do we have Renee? Yeah. At this time, we'll ask Renee Moses to come up to the stage to recite our senior poem. And everyone, please give a warm round of applause for Renee.
Hello, everyone. Big day, future, special, hardworking, transforming, ready for the world. We did it. Seniors. Think about all you have achieved and will achieve. Be proud of yourself. Aren't you relieved? Behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you, all you need.
Thank you, Renee, for the beautiful poem. I would now like to welcome Mr. Michael Frost, our Executive Director, up to the podium for his remarks.
Hello, good morning. My name is Michael Frost, and I am the Executive Director here at Insight PA Cyber Charter School. We are incredibly proud of each of you and honored to celebrate you as our first in-person graduating class. The seeds of Insight PA were planted over 6 years ago when our charter was written and submitted to the Department of Education for approval. 4 years ago, our virtual doors opened for the first time. Today, we mark the milestone of your high school graduation. I feel humbled and fortunate to be part of your special day. The last year has tested our grit and persistence. Traditional educational opportunities have been disrupted for students everywhere. Our virtual doors have remained open the entire time to provide all students the opportunity to complete their education and graduate on time. As citizens of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, we are fortunate to have publicly funded charter and cyber charter options. If you have found value in having public school options, please be an advocate for public school choice by sharing the positive impact it has had on your life with others, including your state representatives. Thank you for being part of the Insight PA Cyber Charter family. Our school community is made better by you, your individual and unique contributions. My hope is for you to go forward from today, contribute positively to the broader community, and find fulfillment in life. Best wishes and congratulations, Insight PA Cyber Charter School Class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Frost. It is now my pleasure to welcome Mr. Michael Adler, Insight PA's Board of Trustees President, to the podium for his remarks.
Good morning. My name is Michael Adler, and I am president of the Board of Trustees of Insight PA Cyber Charter School. On behalf of the board, I congratulate you, the class of 2021, and your parents and guardians as the second graduating class of Bulldogs at ISPA. I remember when I joined the board in 2017, before we even got our charter from the Pennsylvania Department of Education or opened our doors, before we hired Eileen as our CEO, before we hired any of your teachers. But I knew that I wanted to deliver a commencement address in a stadium to our high school graduates. So thank you for letting me have that opportunity. Though the end of your high school experience has been somewhat chaotic because of the pandemic, you are resilient and we are proud of you. To welcome you to the real world, I'd like to share a bit of advice with you. Many of us have lived through other crises, recessions, and terrorism attacks. Although our current crisis is on a much larger scale, we all feel your pain. As job offers dry up and even low-paid part-time work becomes hard to find, don't pass up a job opportunity just because it doesn't seem like a good fit over the long term. At times such as these, remember these words. Younger generations sometimes accuse of being job hoppers, but it is perfectly acceptable to garner experience and a paycheck, even if only on a short-time basis. Do what's best for you. The working world is not going to be the same post-COVID-19, so don't try to make the old rules fit our current unprecedented reality. Keep an open mind, no matter what type of job you land. Even if an opportunity doesn't seem ideal at first, you may find that you actually enjoy it. Use a job you don't love as a learning experience. Master what you can about that type of work, but also try to pinpoint what it is about that job you don't enjoy. Would you be happier working with different people, a different sized company, or a completely different type of work? Even if you take an unpaid internship or low-paying job, consider getting some other sort of job to help you supplement your income. You may be surprised at the connections you make in this side gig that end up helping your career. Let your enthusiasm for life and your curiosity about the world shine through. Showing that you're eager to learn and grow and work hard is refreshing for all of us to see. Our board knows the value of spending extra time building or maintaining networks and will respond positively if you reach out via email or telephone. Create your own LinkedIn page. Send any of us a LinkedIn request and connect with us and introduce yourself. Use this opportunity to build the foundation for a meaningful relationship with more experienced people you admire. Stay in touch with us and your teachers. Remember one more thing, class of 2021 of Insight PA. You are now members of the Insight PA Alumni Association. You are now in our Hall of Fame. The diploma you're receiving to put on your wall is like currency. It's only worth what you and your employers and the world think it's worth. So go out there and make us proud. Always be proud of your school and be proud of each other. Help each other. Help those who come to our school after you. Even encourage other people to go to the cyber charter school you're proud of. Make your voices heard, fight for what you believe in, and don't worry about the number of likes on your Instagram post or the views on your TikTok. Stay focused, remain tenacious as a bulldog, and know that we're all cheering you on. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Adler. Again, good morning, families, friends, colleagues, and the graduating class of 2021. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Mrs. Miller, and I had the honor of teaching this wonderful group of students for the first half of the school year before becoming the high school assistant principal. During that time, I quickly came to realize the potential and individual talents each of you have. Your diverse personalities, strengths, perspectives, and qualities that brought you success here at ISPA will continue to benefit you as you embark on your next journey. You will likely meet challenges along with your successes, but when facing those challenges, remember a few things. Work hard, be true to who you are, and lead by example. As Michael Josephson said, take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. I am so proud of each and every one of you for reaching this important milestone. I know wherever your future takes you, you will do amazing things. Best wishes to all of you, and congratulations, class of 2021. I am also here today to recognize one of your peers for their outstanding accomplishment. This student has exemplified the highest levels of academic achievement and perseverance in their coursework. This student has maintained the highest GPA while remaining committed to their obligations outside of school. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce you to Insight PA's valedictorian for the class of 2021, Miss Alana DePetris. Alana is the daughter of Enrico DePetris and Elise DePetris. She plans to enter into the National Guard after graduation. Please help me in congratulating Alana. I have your speech, so I'll give it to you in a sec. We got it. Okay. All right, sweetheart.
Hello, I hope everyone is having a great day and you're as excited as I am to be here. I'd like to give a quick thanks to my dad who couldn't be here today for always pushing me to be my best, and to Miss Miller for inviting me out here and also being a pretty good English teacher while it lasted. This speech was kind of hard for me to write for numerous reasons. I sat there for hours watching multiple videos of valedictorians giving their speeches and trying to get a rough idea of what I should say. But there was one thing that nearly all of those videos had in common. The speeches were addressed to people the valedictorian knew. They cracked a couple jokes about things that happened over the course of their high school years, and that's something I can't do here today. I didn't wake up and spend 7 hours a day, 5 days a week with anyone sitting out there. I was in public school my whole life up until my senior year. For some of you, that may be the case too because of COVID, or maybe you've been doing online school for other reasons. This past year was a journey. It tested me for sure. It was such a different environment compared to what I'm used to. Having everything on the internet and for it to be digital and not right in front of you makes it seem like it's not there, which makes it easier to not turn in work as well. But I think this whole quarantine was pretty crazy. It gave me a lot of time for self-reflection, what I wanted to do in the future, and who my real friends were. It was that fateful day in March where we were being sent home, and I thought for sure we'd come back the following Monday, but we didn't. Now we've been home for over a year and have really wonky schedules, but being able to continue my education online has its benefits. It gave me more freedom and a more flexible schedule, as well as being able to access my assignments anytime I wanted to. I also found it easier to include myself in the classroom since it wasn't face-to-face. It felt more comfortable being able to talk with the teacher and other students that way. I still remember the last week of being in middle school. One day we had an assembly and high schoolers came in to tell us how fast time flies and how we'll be graduating before we know it. I remember thinking to myself, no way, that's 4 whole years, it's going to take forever. Now I'm here thinking, yeah, they were right. It seems like only yesterday we were freshmen in high school, soon we'll be graduating college or well into our jobs. It really is crazy how fast time flies. So that being said, I think it's important to spend your time the way you want to. Do what makes you happy, but still be focused enough so you're successful. It's important that in this time we strive to be the best we can be so we make a better future for us and the younger generations. Don't live a life with regret. Live and be proud of the things you accomplish. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you all, and good luck to our class of 2021.
Guys, please another round of applause for Alana. It's great. It takes a lot of courage to get up here and speak. It's not easy. All right. Our next speaker from our leadership that I'd like to introduce will be Eileen Canestrasi, our school's CEO.
class of 2021, families and staff, you will be happy to know that I am the last speaker before we do our student recognitions and distribute our diplomas. So thanks for all your patience. First, I want to recognize the high school staff, all sitting here on the field behind the graduates. Yes, let's hear it for them. Way to go. On behalf of the graduates and the Board of Trustees, I would like to thank you for being an important support system for the class of 2021 and for all of the knowledge and guidance you have provided to help our students get to this day. Let's give them another round of applause. Next, I want to recognize parents, guardians, and learning coaches. Can you give me a wave out there, all of our learning coaches and parents? On behalf of your children and the Board of Trustees, I would like to thank you for being a vital support system to our graduates. Without your love and support, graduates would not be here today. Thank you. Let's give them another round of applause. Now, class of 2021, I want to recognize you. While your support system is so valuable, parents, learning coaches, teachers, ultimately, it is through your determination, hard work, persistence that you have made it to this day and earned your high school diploma. Whoop. You have made the difficult choices to put in the work and accept the support and guidance. Making these choices has led you to this great accomplishment, and we are all proud of you. Let's hear it for the graduates. My advice to you is to remember your high school experience as you go into the adult world, and never forget what you have learned about yourself over these past 4 years. You have learned that you have what it takes to overcome challenges, to pick yourself up after failures, and to grind it out to achieve your goals, because you have demonstrated all of those qualities to get you to this day. Don't ever forget it. Now is your time to celebrate all of your hard work and enjoy your success. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Now it is my privilege to introduce you to our Director of our Career and Technical Education Programming, Mr. Barry King, who will be recognizing all of our students who have completed their Career and Technical Education program. Mr. King.
Boy, Mrs. Canastrasi rocks. It's amazing what you have accomplished in 4 years. Hey, you guys had European history, right? You had King Henry VIII. Do you know he had 7 wives? Just like what he said to his 7 wives, I won't keep you long. So, hey, you guys had it all figured out, didn't you? You went to first grade, second grade, and then middle school, then high school. You always knew what you would come next. And now, as seniors graduating, some of you don't know what's coming next. You have to figure it out. And you see on the screen it says, get in the game. When I was like 9, 10, 11, I had a basketball court down the street. And I always go down with friends my age, and there was always high school kids playing full court basketball. We'd be at one end of the court, and when the game went down to the other end, we would jump in, shoot some baskets, do one-on-one, and then the game would come back to the end, we would jump off and watch. And without fail, every day, one of the high school players would say, hey, I gotta go home cut the grass, or I got a dentist appointment. And the team would say, look at us and say, hey kid, do you wanna play? Those words ring to me to this day, and that was a long time ago. Because you're at that moment now in your life where somebody's going to say, hey kid, do you wanna play? and you got to step up. Because if we didn't play well, they didn't come up to us and say, oh, you did really good and you're a nice kid, but we're not going to choose you today. They didn't say that. They just said, he isn't any good, let's take him. Because nobody's going to be knocking on your door to say, you want a job. You're going to have to knock on that door. The people that I'm going to recognize today are wearing this red sash. They are already in the game. So when I call your name, I want you to stand and remain standing until I recognize, and I'll tell you when to be seated. For computer programming and gaming, Keon Brown. Wow. Layla Nelson. Xavier Galbraith. Alea Lawson. Imani Croston. Where's Imani? There she is. Eugene Colley. Byree Brown. Andrew Nelson. Congratulations, computer programming gamers. You may be seated. Our business academy, we have accounting, marketing, entrepreneurship, and we're adding a stocks and investment pathway next year. I want to recognize our two teachers. Please stand. Audra Mazzanti and Becky Risley back there. Please continue to stand, teachers. Ariel Lopez, Kieran Grader, Alexander Mendez, Nicholas DeCellis, Mallory Mickey, Preston Lance, Altia Cola, Gabriella Halliburton, Brendan Farmer, Kiera Tidwell, Aja Clark, Jalen Rosser, Noel DeRosato, Jada King, Cornisa Burnside Miles, Nicholas Evans, Dominic Hicks, Angel Hogan, Mia Pointer, Tivian Hamilton, Kaylee Stipling, Elizabeth Chartran, Taha Muhammad, Karima Imani Jeffrey. Let's hear it for our business students. You may be seated. Congratulations. For health professions, our teachers are Lauren Ardiff and Caitlin Smith, Samantha Shaler, Elena Goodfellow, Aubrey Heaps, Raylyn Colazzo, Leanne Javage, Melanie Macco, Erica Splain, Sabrina Kaslavage, Paul Tarani, Imani Greenidge, Cal Maurice Ortiz Rivera, Tiffany Morgan, Catalina Espanol, Loriana Pearson Cotman, Seda Wabari, James Schaefer, Jania Williams, Jasmine Guthrie, Hannah Bloom, Mackenzie Steyer, Alicia Heary, Gabrielle Ricketts, Thomas Kiera, Caitlin Powell. Continuing, Deanna Hernandez, Yasmin Manzo, Renee Moses, Trinity Harding, Destiny Wake, Corrine Small, Gabriella Cosme, Angela Stevens, Hallie LaRue, Camelia Martinez Negron, Sarah Guerrera, and Taylor Miles. What a class, way to go. You may be seated. Our construction pre-apprenticeship students are Iazoa Stokes, James Borelli, and Zaire Williams. And we just started an IBM pre-apprenticeship. Elijah Alfred. All right. Kyrie Owens. Mohammed Katut. Congratulations, students. So students, get in the game. The time is now. Best of luck to you.
All right. I know Mrs. Canastrasi promised she was the last speaker. She might have been a little off by a couple people, but that's okay. So our last speaker that we're very excited to bring to everyone is our keynote speaker for today. But everybody, please give a warm welcome to Jeremy Anderson.
All right. Good morning, graduates. How you doing? Come on, talk to me, graduates. How you feeling? Yeah. So I am really excited for you all today. Today marks a very special moment in your life. I remember what seems like just a few years ago, and I'll probably just go with that. It was a few years ago when I graduated from high school, even though it was really like 20 years ago. It felt good, and I remember being in the seats where you all were, except I wasn't in an awesome baseball stadium like this, right? But I remember sitting there and I was thinking about like all the amazing things that I had to do to get to where I was. I had to think about all the adversity, all of the trials, all of the hardships, all of the tears, the bouts of depression, not sure if I was gonna graduate, having to catch up in life. Like, there were so many different things that I was fighting through to get to that moment. And so I'd say, you know what, before I even focus on the future, let me just take a moment and embrace the past. What you all have accomplished is nothing short than extraordinary. I mean, this last year and a half was absolutely crazy. Like, nobody expected March of 2020 for us to be dealing with a global pandemic. Like, nobody expected to have masks in the class. Nobody thought about virtual learning. And when it seemed like life gave you its absolute best shot, you stood up and you took it. And you did not just show up every single day, but you gave it your absolute best. Was it easy? No. Did it come with challenges? Yes. Was it hard? Was it frustrating? Absolutely. Was it inconveniencing? Yes. That's the world that we live in. I remember talking to a friend of mine when the pandemic first took place. They said, Jeremy, you've got to put together the video that encourages people and lets them know that the pandemic is going to bring out the best in them. And I don't think that the pandemic necessarily brings out the best in us. I believe that this pandemic showed us what was already inside of us. I believe this pandemic showed us how powerful we are. I believe this pandemic showed us how resourceful we are. I believe this pandemic showed us how creative we are. I believe this pandemic showed us how strong we are, how focused we are, how noble we are. I believe this pandemic did not just bring out the best in us. This pandemic exposed us to be the mighty, to be the powerful, to be the warriors that we are. And here we are. Here we are a year later, and look at you now, looking all good in your blue cap and gown. You ever gone to a party and you arrive and you feel underdressed? I promise you, I had my cap and gown with all my robes and all my cords when I got my master's degree. I'm highly educated. I grabbed the wrong bag, so forgive me for that. But I realized something. Like during this pandemic, like during this time, like during what you went through, this is what is preparing you for the future. Public service announcement to all you amazing graduates. You can ask all of your loved ones, all of your parents, nieces, nephews, mom, dad, grandparents, all of our prestigious guests up here. You can ask them, life does not necessarily get harder, does it? I'm sorry. Life does not get easier, does it? There we go. They were like, actually, yeah, life gets harder. Life doesn't get easier, but you do get stronger. I believe that all these challenges that come in your life, all of these things are going to work together for your good. For your good. Like all these things that's coming to you, it's like it's building like a warrior, something special inside you. And so I feel kind of weird saying this. Like, I want to congratulate you all and let you all know how proud of you I am. You all heard from me earlier when I was able to present to you virtually. I know how proud your family is in the school, the district, like the city, the state. Like everybody is so proud of you. But public service announcement, like life goes on. Now it's time for that next level. And so I want to share a few things with you that can prepare you mentally for you to go all in. Yes, you fought through some hardships. Yes, it was rough. Yes, it was challenging. But now you got to ask yourself, okay, what now? I didn't go through what I went through just to go through what I went through. I experienced the challenges. I experienced the pain. I had to get through the projects and the assignments and the papers and the tests and the quizzes. Like, I had to go through that to get to this moment. But there's another level that you're going to go to. For many of you, after graduation, you're going to go right into the work field and you're going to contribute to society. For many of you, you're going to go to a trade school or colleges or universities or militaries. You got to ask yourself, what is my next level? Now, this is the challenge that I have with people as a whole, not even just young people. For whatever reason, we as humans tend to settle. We get to a comfortable place in life, we've experienced some things, and we say, that's not bad. But the reality is we need the absolute best from you. This world is expecting the absolute best from you. What I'm going to ask you to do now is to live a life where you're always grateful, but a life where you'll never settle. In every single aspect, for those of you all that want to go into cosmetology, don't just go into cosmetology and do hair and do makeup and do nails and stuff. Don't just think to do that. Ask yourself, okay, how can I build up my credit? Okay, how can I get the right lenders? Okay, how can I open up my own shop and have people working for me? That's what next level living is all about. For those of you that say, yeah, Jeremy, I want to go and study law and to be an attorney, okay, great. But then you asking yourself, okay, how can I find me a mentor that can help me not just become an attorney and not just work for a law firm, but one day have my own law firm? For those of you that love food and you love culinary arts and you love cuisine and you love to cook and you feel like there's an inner chef, a little inner Wolfgang Puck inside of you, I don't want you just thinking, what amazing restaurant can I work for and be a chef for? I want you thinking, what restaurant can I own? I want you thinking, what franchises that can I create and build and have across the world? I don't want you thinking, man, maybe one day I want to be able to be on that mount pitching that ball, being a baseball player. No. Ask yourself, how can I be a coach? Ask yourself, how can I be the president of operations? Ask myself, how can you own one day the team? Like, that's what Always Grateful and Never Settle is all about. And so I ask you, my young graduates, what does your next level look like? All the challenges, all the adversities, all the pain, all those things you've gone through, it has prepared you for this moment right here. But there are more things that's going to come up in life, and it's important that you are prepared for it. All the challenges, all these things, that's life. I talked to someone, they was just like, man, does life get any easier? I'm like, I'm not sure, but we can get stronger. We can get sharper. We can get wiser. And there is so much more inside of you. When I was your age, I'm sharing with you this message from the heart, right? When I was your age, I had no clue the potential that was inside of me. And from when I spoke earlier this year, many of you know my story. My mom had me when she was 16 years old. I battled with years with drug and alcohol abuse. If it was like a good mistake and a bad decision or a good decision, it's like for whatever reason, I always went to the bad decisions. Like, I know how it feels to fail, but I connected with a group of amazing educators like you all have here, and they helped me hit that reset button. And after going to 3 different schools for the 9th grade, I caught up and I bounced back and I hit the reset button and I humbled myself and I worked hard and I worked with those within my community, and I caught up with my right grade because I believe that my condition would not be my conclusion. Now, what does that mean for you? Here's the reality, my friends. I'm human just like you. But even after I caught up with my right grade, after going to 3 different schools for the 9th grade and failing and struggling, like after I bounced back and experienced some amazing things, I still was just like, okay, what's next? I was just like, okay, I just did that. Man, 3 different schools in 9th grade. Like, how did I catch up and make up for those 2 years and still graduate from high school on time? Like, that was amazing. But I remember sitting where you were at my high school graduation, asking myself, like, what's next? And so for me, like some of you and maybe not, it was college. And after I got my bachelor's degree, I got my master's. But after I got my master's degree, I began to work and I began to, do well in corporate America. Then I ended up quitting my job to become a motivational speaker. And now I look up years later and we've got 5 different companies and we've got 2 nonprofits. Like, I would have never thought that we would have a next level trucking company. I would have never thought that we have a speakers academy. I would have never thought that we have K through 12 social and emotional learning and curriculums. I would have never thought we had a clothing line. Like, I would have never thought we have a nonprofit here and in South Africa where we're feeding thousands of people per week and we just put 40 kids in college. This knucklehead, won't he do it? Won't he do it? This knucklehead that experienced all sorts of trauma, all sorts of hardships, all sorts of challenges, got to a point where I believed and told myself, my condition would not be my conclusion. There's more inside of me. I've got more to give. I've got more to offer. There's a bigger stamp I have to make in this world. When my mom had me when she was 16 years old, I felt like I was a mistake. I felt like I was an accident, but I told myself, you know what? I might not have been planned for it, but I believe that there was a plan for my life. I believe that there was a purpose inside me, and I'm here to tell you all the same thing. Every single one of you is fearfully and wonderfully made, and you will be surprised what you'll be able to accomplish in life if you believe. You'll be surprised those things that you'll be able to overcome. You'll be surprised those things that you'll be able to achieve. You'll be surprised those dreams that you won't just have and dream, but you'll be able to actually experience if you put that work in every single day. Guess what, my young friends? I realized something, that the most successful people in the world are not those who are the smartest. They're not those who are the most talented. They're not those who are the most gifted. The most successful people in the world are those who are the most disciplined. I'm going to share it with you one more time. I want to make sure you caught that. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily always the smartest or the most gifted or the most talented. No. They are those who are the most disciplined. They are those that says, this is a goal I'm going to achieve, and they wake up every single day and they stay focused, just like you. You already have what it takes. Many of you came into 2020 into 2021 school year and said, this is going to be the year I graduate. Many of you came into your junior year and you was like, okay, this is the 2019 to 2020 school year. I'm going to do the best I can my junior year, and then I'll graduate. And the pandemic came, but you did not let that pain of that stop you from pursuing your purpose. You showed up every single day. You already have what it takes. I just need you to keep that same energy. I just need you showing up every single day saying, what do I got to do to go to that next level? What do I got to do to work on my character? What do I got to do to work on my mindset? What do I got to do to take my life from one level to the next level and to the next level? So when I talk about next level living, when I talk about those things you can have, when I talk about those things you can experience, I know it's possible if you believe. Now let's talk about your belief. Let's talk about your mindset. Let's talk about how much I'm sweating and I can't even see right now. Anybody got any napkins or anything? Any paper towels? As long as you didn't blow your nose, I'll use it. I've got plenty of water. That's why it's coming out of me. Okay. Oh, MVP. MVP. Your discipline, your mindset will be the very thing that will change your life. And I got to a point where I had the discipline. I got to a point where I had the mindset. But some of the things I struggled with was my belief system. You see, when I grew up, I know how it feels to eat mayonnaise sandwiches. I know how it feels to struggle. I know how it feels to, have your parents, your mom pay. My biological father has never been in my life. Like, I know how it feels to pay the rent. My mom had me go pay the rent. And when I go knock on the landlord's door, I only got half of the rent, even though we were 2-3 months behind. But my mom would send me, hoping that the landlord would give a little bit of grace because I was a young kid. Like, I know how that feels. So as I got older and as I began to pursue things, there was this little voice in the back of my mind. There was this little voice that would say, Jeremy, you know where you come from. Jeremy, you know what you're made of. Can you really accomplish this? Can you really have that? Can you really achieve these things? Now, I'm going to ask you graduates something, right? I came a long way. Me and my family live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've got a beautiful wife. I've got 2 young children. They're actually swimming right now and living their best life. I left them. I took a 40-minute drive to the airport. To go through security and all of that took another hour. An hour and a half flight here, then an hour and a half, well, actually a 2.5-hour drive here because of traffic, and that's about 6 hours of travel. I've got to do all of that to get back. So that's almost 10 hours of total travel for these few moments right here. I'm going to ask you all a question, right? And I want to make sure that you all are transparent with me. By a show of hands, have any of you ever had like an idea or a thought or something you want to pursue, or you said, you know what, maybe one day I'm going to do this, but you heard that little voice in the back of your mind that said you're not good enough? Raise your hand. Or that little voice that told you you're not smart enough. Or that little voice that told you other people can experience it, but not you. Just raise your hand. I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one that hears these voices at times. Well, I'm here to tell you that that voice is a liar. I remember when I was young, I saw a quote in schools that says if you believe it, you can achieve it. It all starts with your belief system. It all starts with your mindset. And the way my brain is wired now is when I see people who are super successful, that's doing amazing things, I make a habit of telling myself, like, you know where? They're human just like me. What they're doing and what they're accomplishing is amazing. The only difference between me and them might be some information, it might be resources, it might be time, it might be work ethic. I'm here to tell you, my friends, if you put that work in every single day, if you show up every single day, if you sacrifice every single day, every position you're in, you're going to excel. Whether you graduate today and you jump in the workforce tomorrow, or whether you sign up to serve our country and to keep our country safe so we can continue to be the land of the free because of the brave, or whether you go into sports, or whether you go into a college or a university or a trade school, like whatever you plan on doing, I want you to give it all your all. Whatever you put your hands to, I want you to give it your all. Whatever you put your mindset to, I want you to give it your all. And I want you to show up every single day and put that work in, and you're going to look up and you're going to see yourself do something absolutely amazing. Now, as amazing as my little daughter is, I caught her a few days ago. She said a bad word. Now, we don't curse in the Anderson home. Like, with me and my wife, we don't even really have fights or arguments. I just kind of learned to just kind of give her whatever she wanted and not pray about the rest. You know what I'm saying? And one day, I told my daughter, I said, baby girl, she's going into 3rd grade, so she's only in 2nd grade, which makes the story even more embarrassing. I told my daughter, I said, boo-boo, I want you to go to your room and knock out your homework. And so she yells downstairs to me and says, Daddy, beep. Right, I said, ooh. I said, excuse me? I said, what did you say, little girl? And so she comes down the stairs and looks me in the face and says the curse word again. Now, we don't do 4-letter curse words in my house. So my first thought is, okay, she probably got this from one of her friends. Maybe she was watching something on YouTube with her bigger cousin that she shouldn't have been watching. I said, don't use that language, and I started to fuss at her, and she got teary-eyed, and my wife comes down the stairs. My wife says, what's all this commotion about? I said, well, honey, your daughter's down here using, she said a curse word. She said a 4-letter word. So my wife was like, Jewel, really? And so my daughter looks at my wife and says the same thing. And my wife looks at me. I don't know if she's on some new age parenting or what, but my wife was just like, I don't see what the big deal is. Thinking like, are you kidding me? I said, baby girl, we don't use this language, in this house. A part of me wants to say it, because I feel like the story, have we all watched Terminator or a movie and we heard a bad curse word? It's like, so I'm not going to say anything that we haven't heard before, and I hope this doesn't stop me from doing any further work in the district. Should I say it? Am I okay? Can I get grace? So, all right, the principal said it's cool, so we're cool. And, you know what? I got to take into account the little kids are here. Just plug their ears real quick. So I tell my daughter to do her homework. My little girl looks at me and says, but Daddy, but I can't do it. And I said, what did you just say? You feel me? I said, what did you just say? She said, I can't do it. My wife was like, I don't see what the big deal is. I said, honey, you don't understand where I've come from. You don't understand what I've been able to accomplish and achieve. Do you look at the life we're living now? That's the 4-letter word in this house. We don't say what we can't do and what we can't do in this house. You remove that T, boo-boo, and you say, I can do it if I have help. I can do it if I have mentorship. I can do it if you support me. You don't tell me. We've gone through too much pain. We've gone through too many challenges. We bounced back through too much hardship. Everybody know all these cute little blue cap and gowns. You've got a story. There are some things that you had to fight through, and you had an opportunity to say, I can do it, or I can't do it, and you chose to say, I can do it. You can't all things through him. You can bounce back. You can be successful if you put that work in every single day. Public service announcement, this world is not going to give you what you deserve. This world will give you what you work for. And I believe if you show up and you put in that work every single day, you're going to go from one level to the next level and the next level, and you're going to continue to grow. Now, why? I imagine some of you are thinking like, Jeremy, why? Why are you pushing me to greatness? Like, why do you want all these amazing things to come from my life? Like, why are you stressing the importance of me giving life my all? Because life isn't just about you. Every single one of you has a purpose in this world. Every single one of you has something amazing that you're going to be able to accomplish and you're going to be able to experience. Like every single one of you there is a reason why you were here on planet Earth. I want to ask you a question, right? What I don't want is for you to just go through life and just get by. I want you to ask yourself, what more can I do? What more can I give? How can I help? How can I make my community, my school, this town, my state a better place? Like, how can I make this country, this world a better place? Like, how can I be the best version of me I can be? This world needs the absolute best version from you. And I'm not telling you something that I've read. I'm telling you something that I'm living. At every aspect in life, you got to work within those resources you have. I don't want to just be the best speaker or the best author or the best businessman. I want to be the best husband. I want to be the best father. Me and my wife, we get marriage counseling. I want to grow in every single aspect. Even when you get into adulthood, you have the responsibility to be the absolute best you can be. My wife deserves the best husband. My children deserve the best father. You all deserve the best speakers. You know what I'm saying? Schools deserve the best curriculums. Like, I feel like I have so much to give this world just like you. And so my request, my desire, what I'm begging you to do is to not settle. Be prolific, be amazing, be powerful in every single aspect you have, right? Every single opportunity you have to show up, I want you to give life your all because tomorrow is not promised. When you think about the future, when you think about the world, I promise you here, you can have whatever you want to have, you can experience whatever you want to experience, but this world needs the absolute best version of you. When I cut the news on, I see all the pain, all the struggles in the world. Sometimes it can be a bit depressing. But what encourages me is when I look at your young faces and I see you all and I'm like, you know what, we're going to be okay. Because the class of 2021 has something to say. The class of 2021 has a life to live. The class of 2021 has more to give and has more to offer. So I want to challenge you to live every single day like it's your last. Be grateful for every situation, every opportunity, every lesson you get, right? There are sometimes you're going to catch some L's and some losses, but for every loss, there's a lesson, and with every lesson, there's a blessing. So when things don't work out, those things are challenging right now, those things might be hard right now. You might go home sometimes right now and feel like you don't know what the future has in store. Let me tell you something, my friends. The future can look like whatever you want it to look like. The future will look like whatever you make it to look like if you show up every single day and put that work in. You've got a whole bunch of people. You got a whole community that's got your back. Everyone behind me here has your back. We are all committed to helping you go to that next level. All you got to do is tap into your resources, and you're going to go from one level to the next level and the next level. And I'm going to look up one day, class of 2021, and I'm going to see you all at the top. That's my time. Have an amazing life. God bless you all.
Jeremy, these your glasses? All right, thank you so much, Jeremy, for that powerful message. At this time, we will begin to acknowledge our graduating seniors. Introducing and calling the names of our graduating seniors will be our wonderful school counselors. And first counselor I will call up will be Mrs. Dawn Chris.
Thank you so much. Okay. Oops.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, and by the way, everyone, I just want to say one thing. You know, some graduation ceremonies, they say, you know, hold your applause till the end. We're not doing that. You want to scream as loud as you want for your graduates, you scream for any and all of the graduates, all right?
Absolutely. Will you tell me when? Okay. Our first graduate here is Abraham Abreu. Elijah Alfred. Elijah Alfred. Congratulations. Greta Emeling. Vivian Anaya. Nadia Anthony. Caleb Beisel. Jaron Bell. Jessica Bell. Hannah Bloom. Talia Boone. James Borelli. Amaya Brokenbarrow. Brianna Brown. Bree Brown. Keon Brown. Tyra Brown. Aiden Brunner King. Bara Bubar Uyar. Quentin Burrows. Cornisha Burnside Miles. Casey Carr. Elizabeth Chartrand. Yasmin Clark. Asia Clark. Amanda Clemente. Nair Coates. Zachary Cohen. Raylyn Colazzo. Aiden Collins. Mackenzie Collins. Jam Colin Melendez. Imani Crosstown. Gabriella Cosme. Eugene Crawley. Jamie Cruz. Gaius Cullen. Jeremy Cruz. Did I say that already? Nicholas DeShalis. Alana DePetris.
Dalton DeWitt. Genesis Diamond. Julia DiCarlantonio. Zanaya Dillette. Hervens Dominique. Ryan Dunham. Daniel Edmonds. Afimi L. Catalina Español.
I knew something like that was going to happen. Either I'm going to trip or I'm going to drop it.
You want to do the elbow bump? Yeah. Okay.
Nicholas Evans. Taylor Farinella. Brendan Farmer. Jordan Fay. Andrew Ferguson. Elijah Ferguson. Liliana Ferrer. Vera Forney. Kylisha Fortson. Savannah Gaffney Glenn. Heather Gator. Xavier Galbraith, Destiny Garcia, Rebecca Garcia, Colton Geringer, Tanisha Goncalves, Elena Goodfellow, Josh Gold, Kieran Grader, Titus Green, Imani Grenage, Sarah Guerrera, Jasmine Guthrie, Cheyenne Hall, Gabrielle Halliburton, Jacob Harding, Trinity Harding, Jahad Harris, Aubrey Heaps, Alicia Heary, Corey Henning, Deanna Hernandez, Dominic Hicks, Angel Hogan, Brianna Holstein, Abigail Hooker Yates, Callista Hoover,
Keisha Howe, Gerald Huber, Taha Muhammad Haseen, Jasmine Miller, Leanne Javage, Karima Amani Jeffrey, Sabrina Kislavage, Michael Kelly, Kejana Key, Mohammed Katut, Jada King, Dakota Clemon, Altea Kola, Micah Labby, Hallie LaRue, Gabriella Latsko,
This is Gabriella.
Yeah. Great job.
Danae Laud, Brianna Lehman, Ashley Langle, Blake Lindley, Ariel Lopez, Noah Louch Holman, Tyrone Lusain, Melanie Macco, Ashley MacVicar, Yasmin Manzo, Camelia Martinez Negron, Elijah Matthew, Dylan McAllister, Antone McKissick, Alexander Mendez, Mallory Mickey, Taylor Miles, Alexis Miller, Donna Marie Millsap, Brianna Molzon, Deja Montanez, Lameek Moore, Tiffany Morgan, Renee Moses, Omar Mustafa, Jaden Marie, Andrew Nelson, Dominic Nicholas, Luciano Oldrati, Christian Ortiz, Dalmaris Ortiz Rivera. Savannah Alton Jenkins. Kyrie Owens. Anastasia Palmer. Renelle Parker. Tarani Paul. Lariana Pearson Cotman. Kareem Pendleton. Gianna Petrucci. Sienna Fillmore. Caitlin Pillar. Mark Pilley. Nijay Pinky Grant Moffett. Mark Pilley. Nijay Pinky Grant Moffett. Lena Piper. Mia Pointer. Gabriel Ponce. Daniel Paltier. Caitlin Powell. Anaya Price. Joshua Pryor. Caleb Radwin. Natalie Ramey. Holly Reinhardt. C. Joseph Reynolds. Gabrielle Ricketts. Courtney Reiger. Morgan Reinhardt. Melissa Roberts. Carter Rogers. Christopher Rodriguez. Devin Rosinger. Jaylyn Rosser. Kyla Russell.
Gabriella Russin. Mackenzie Ryan. Brianna Sassman. Anya Saunders. Anthony Scarinci. Ryan Schaefer. Victoria Schaefer. Jacob Schaefer. Wakinia Schultz. Autumn Seagraves. James Schaefer. Samantha Schaller. Gage Shoemaker.
Jared Slavensky. Corinne Small. Ayana Smith. Joseph Smosny. Erica Splain. Trinity Stafford. Kasim Starkey. Angela Stevens. Isaiah Stokes. Kaylee Stripling. Mackenzie Steyer. Sandip Supa. Samantha Solzona. Kayla Sutton. Karima Sweat. Ayana Tate. Kelly Telstone. Isaiah Thomas. Kiera Thomas. Nia Thompson. Kiera Tidwell. Santos Toledo. Darius Torres. Avi Truesdale. Malak Utki. Austin Vardzik. Luis Vega. Seda Wabari, Destiny Wake, Austin Waller, Tiffany Walsh, Christopher Watson, Tommy Watson, Tyler Weaver, Angel Williams, Cassidy Williams, Janiyah Williams, Saida Williams, Jemiah Williamson, Deja Wright, Lainey Young, and Sophia Zeters.
Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2021, give them a round of applause. All right, so before we officially wrap up festivities, a couple of notes here. So first, one, I would like to give extra special thanks to a couple of people who helped make this day possible. Our administrative assistants, Laurie Silverman and Aditi Trividi, as well as Megan Miller, our assistant principal, Nicole Lasky, our MTSS coordinator, and Sarah Ronoski, our special education admin here at the high school. Can we please give them a round of applause? None of this would have been possible without them. Seniors, once we wrap, we're gonna lead you, but we're gonna ask that we exit up by the 42 over there, in which you can enter the main concourse to go greet your families. All right. And staff members, once they've cleared the field, then we can follow behind them. Okay, well, with the power invested in me as the principal of the school, no, but on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Insight PA and all of our staff and leadership, officially declare all of you graduates. You can turn your tassels to the other side. And I hope you decorated them well, because you can throw those bad boys up in the air. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you, everybody, for coming.